What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And today I want to talk to you about advertisements in games and in gaming, on programs like Steam or Origin, on Xbox consoles, PlayStation consoles, Wii U consoles. I want to talk about all of that. And I'll let you know that if you follow me on Twitter, and I really hope that you do. In fact, I'm going to list all my social media tags here below in the info box. I would really love it if you follow me on Vine and Instagram. I put up a lot of funny stuff there too, so you don't just have to go to YouTube to get a daily fix of what's going on in my life. But if you follow me on Twitter, one of the things you'll discover is that my biggest complaint about the Xbox 360 and why I don't use it is because of dashboard advertisements. And the reason I'm really not looking forward to the Xbox One design is because I'm afraid of dashboard advertisements. And a fair amount of people have said that's hypocritical. Well, Boogie, don't you do YouTube for a living? Isn't your entire livelihood dependent on people watching advertisements? And that's true. So I guess there is a certain amount of hypocrisy here, but I want to explain to you why I feel this way about advertisements in games and in gaming. I want to tell you why I feel good about certain advertisements and bad about others, and I hope that you'll bear with me and listen. I think maybe by the end of it, you'll agree with me. I use Google Chrome, and just like a lot of people using Google Chrome, I also use a program that blocks advertisements from being delivered to me. But that program also allows me to whitelist a bunch of websites. And the websites that I use on a daily basis that are free to use, like Reddit, like Facebook, like YouTube, like Google, like Twitter, like Vine, those websites I go ahead and whitelist because I know that they are driven by advertisement money, and if they're not making ad money, those websites are going to go away. I also want to make sure that my favorite YouTubers like Angry Grandpa and How To Basic and those guys are earning their fair share for delivering us good content. And I know I have a bit of a vested interest in that, so maybe that's not something you'll choose to do, and that's fine. And it's not that I hate advertisements in general, far from it. I really like movie trailers. I really like to see when a movie's coming out and learn more about it. I love game advertisements. It's how I learn about all kinds of new games. And I can enjoy a particularly well-constructed car commercial, because I was in one, or any other commercial for any other product, as long as it's written well, directed well. Hell, I love the Old Spice commercials. I think they are a cultural icon. It's that I don't want to see these advertisements when I'm already paying a premium for the service already. This is actually why I pay for Netflix. I don't mind paying a subscription fee as long as I get to watch my show uninterrupted, and it's why I won't pay for Hulu, because in order to watch a show that I've paid to watch, they force me to sit through an ad. I'm also a decent fan of targeted advertisements. When I load up Steam here on my computer, they will tell me about deals that they have. They'll show me a whole list of games. When I visit the store, they'll tell me all kinds of things about all kinds of games I've never heard about. There are ads everywhere. When I boot up the Xbox 360 arcade, or when I boot up the PlayStation Store, they give me a huge list of advertisements that I love. I want to see what games are coming out. I want to see the advertised price. That's perfect for me. What's not so perfect is Dorito advertisements or Mountain Dew advertisements. It's not that I don't love Doritos and Mountain Dew, clearly. It's just that I'm here to game. I want to play a game. Maybe I want to rent a movie. Maybe I want to buy a movie and download it to my hard drive. But the last thing I want to do is go shopping for Mountain Dew or Progressive Insurance. And when you deliver those to me, that's not a targeted ad. That's the wrong place for that. Get that the fuck off my dashboard, especially because in order to use my Xbox 360 for anything, I have to pay a monthly subscription. And sure, if I buy it in bulk at 12 months at a time, I only spend 50, 60 bucks, but it's still enough to where that should keep advertisements off my dashboard. There's no advertisements on my Steam account for Progressive or Doritos. There's no advertisement on Uplay. There's no advertisement on Origin, and that's owned by EA. They would literally sell snow to an Eskimo if they could. In fact, almost every other company manages to give me a dashboard without advertisements on it, either for a nominal fee or for actually free. And I have to wonder if PlayStation can give me a dashboard that isn't filled with advertisements and charge me nothing to play online or to watch Netflix. Why can't the accountants at Microsoft figure that one out? My grandfather used to repeat an old saying, follow the money, especially when trying to figure out someone's motivation. It's doubly so when you're dealing with a corporation like Microsoft. The bottom line is, why does Microsoft deliver you non-gaming advertisements on your dashboard even though you pay for the service? Profit, money, greed. That's the thing. Their bottom line is we need to make more money, and they don't care how they do it. Even if it's an annoyance factor, even if it's frustrating, even if you don't really want to see progressive ads every time you try to play Call of Duty, it's a load of shit. So my biggest concern and my biggest complaint about the Xbox One is that I don't trust them to not try to maximize profit at the cost of encroaching on my territory, on my dashboard, especially when it comes to the Xbox One. I don't trust them to not use Connect to figure out whether or not I'm watching advertisements and to get feedback and to get me to opt into a program in which I get achievements. And the worst part about it is they've patented those techniques. They've patented a technique in which Connect records your response to an advertisement they're showing you. And I cannot believe or stand the thought that we could be moving to a future where before they'll boot up my game, they're going to show me a progressive ad, that they're going to show me a Dorito ad. I can't imagine a future in which I ask them to snap my game so that I can get Skype on the top right-hand corner, and right there on the bottom black bar that was empty during the tech show, that's filled with some advertisement for God knows what. So to close, I like some advertisements. I really do, you know. I think if they're well-directed or well-made, they're awesome. And if they're about things that I enjoy, I'm going to enjoy the advertisement. I will watch the ads for a free service because I want to support the service. And even though I use AdBlock, I whitelist a lot of websites because they deserve to get a little bit of money. I don't like watching advertisements for a service I'm already paying for. And I will put up with it when I go to the movies and watch previews or sit through the little Sprite ad beforehand. Or I'll even deal with some ads during live television from time to time. But I guess what it really comes down to is I don't trust Microsoft anymore. And I haven't since the very first time they patched my dashboard and filled it full of Dorito ads and Mountain Dew ads and progressive ads. And that's the day I stopped turning on my Xbox, and now it sits in my living room collecting dust, and I focus on my PlayStation 4 instead. And even though now I pay for PlayStation Plus to get all this free games and stuff, I am willing to fucking hate PlayStation just as much if I start seeing Dorito and progressive ads and ads for God knows what. But right now, the biggest offender is Microsoft.